Hello everyone, the Pokemon fan 993 here, back with more Pokemon TCG card openings. So this time we're opening up the other one that I have. Last time I did the Shadow. Excuse me for a second. Well, I did the Shadow Calyrex V box, and this time we're doing the Ice Calyrex V box. Basically, has the same 4 cards in it, but I'll read it anyway. A promo card featuring the Ice Rider Calyrex V, one oversized card featuring the Ice Rider Calyrex V, 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs, and a code for the Pokemon TCG trading card game online, which is now Pokemon TCG Live. Because, well, you still have the other one, but they've ended card support, meaning if you want to play it, you can play it, but they're not putting any more cards in the game. They stopped right before Scarlet and Violet, I believe. And the last one they added was no, I can't remember this at the moment. That's fine. So last time there was quite a wide variety of packs that came with this. Because there's 4 packs that come with it, obviously. So we're gonna open this up. Careful now, this just full slam on the floor. Definitely make sure when they do this, they don't make the cards too, like, they don't purposely trying to make them bend like some of these other packs do. But anyway, there's the actual card itself. I'm actually gonna use that one to read it because I had the bigger foil version of it. 1 second. And it's quite big, much bigger, so it's easier to mess with. So there's the code for the Calyrex V box, I'll probably be using because I still play the TCG online. And now we have the it's kind of hard for me to see on my camera like this. Ice Calyrex Rider V, HP 210 Water, Blizzard, 1 Water Energy, Colorless Energy, 40. If one also does 10 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, don't apply Beans, and resistance for bench Pokemon. Frost Stamp, 2 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 140. And then, of course, the VMAX, the V rule, where you have to take 2 prize cards if you knock it out. So we're going to take a sleeve. Obviously, we can't put a sleeve over the really big card because there's no sleeve big enough for that. But we're going to put a sleeve on the small version of the Calyrex V card. Pretty common V card. It has 1 attack that's kind of and then it has 1 attack that costs like 2 or 3 energy that does a decent amount of damage. So there's the card right there. Excuse me if you can hear my phone go off. I told someone I was going to do something after this recording, and sometimes they don't realize that I'm doing something kind of important. So we're going to put Calyrex over there. So off the packs, we have, let's see. Actually, this is the exact same as the other ones were, I believe. So we have 1 Rebel Clash, 1 Darkness Ablaze, and 2 Chilling Rains. So we're going to just mix them up a little bit here so we're not doing the Chilling Rains back to back. But we will start with the first Chilling Rain, which has the Galarian Moltres on it. Move those packs over here to the side. The code for the pack. And now we have the first card here. This is Basic Quillfish, HP 90, Dark, Single Strike. Ability, Bursting Needles. If this Pokemon is in the active spot is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, put 6 damage counts or 6 damage on the attacking Pokemon. Poison Jab, 2 colors, energy, 30. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned. Poison means in between turns they will take 10 damage, which isn't a lot, but it can be a bit annoying. Next we have the basic routes, HP 60, Psychic. Confused by 1 Psychic Energy. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Basic Heracross, HP 120, Grass, Single Strike. Horn Attack, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Single Horn Throw, 1 Grass Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 40 plus. Flip 2 coins. If both of them has attack does 160 more damage for a total of 200. Basic Cast Form, Sunny Form, HP 70, Fire. Ability, Weather Reading. If you have 8 or more Stadium cards in your discard pile, normal energy in this Pokemon's attack cost. High Pressure Blast, 2 Fire Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 150. Discard Stadium in play. If you can't, this attack does nothing. Basic Feel, HP 70, Water. Ram and Colorless Energy, 10. Reverse Hollow is Stage 2 Flaffy, HP 100 Electric. Electro Ball, 1 Electric Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 50. Basic Tauros, HP 130 Colorless, Single Strike. Raging Bull, 2 Colorless Energy, 20 plus. That does 20 more damage counters on its. That does 20 more damage for each damage counter on it. This Pokemon is now confused, so we're considering a damage counter is 10 damage for a Tauros. So without messing with its HP, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 200. They do an additional 240 damage for a total of 260. Takedown 80. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself. And that's assuming that Tauros has taken 120 damage to that point. There are no 5s, there's only 10s, so it can't be 125, it can't be 127 or something like that. We have the basic Steel Energy. We have the Trainer Supporter Brawly, Rapid Strike. Search your deck for 3 basic Rapid Strike Pokemon and put them on your bench, then shuffle your deck. Stage 2 Haunter, HP 80 Psychic, 1 Psychic Energy. Will-Wisp, 30. And we end with Seals of All Forms Celio. Stage 2, HP 110 Water. Ram, 2 Colorless Energy, 30. Aurora Beam, 2 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 70. The best card out of that was the Reverse Hollow of the Flaffy. Actually, the best card out of that, I didn't see it before, was actually the Tauros. Because you can't see it much around the border there, but you can actually see if I move it a little bit. You can see it's the border, or the picture itself is holographic. Well, that's one pet down. Let's work on the other 3 now. Next up is the Darkness Ablaze with the G-Max Grimmsnarl on it. By the way, if anyone wants me to explain more about the thing, I could probably do a tutorial on the TCG itself. Or if people are trying to understand a card's description, like one that I pull from these things, you don't understand the actual meaning behind it, I can always answer that question as well. I mean, I'm not like the best person to explain that kind of stuff, but I'm far from the worst. I just ripped that pack a little bit. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Not ripped enough for me to not reuse it. Whoops, there's the code. I almost revealed that. I promise someone's probably gonna catch that one, which might mean I can't use it, but whichever. We start with a basic Aeron, HP 70 Steel. Ram, 1 Colorless Energy, 10. Headbutt, 1 Steel Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Basic Starly, HP 50 Colorless. Ability, Sky Circus. If you played Birdkeeper from your hand during this turn, ignore energy the Pokemon's attack cost. Birdkeeper is a trainer card, and when you use it, you swap your active Pokemon with your bench Pokemon, you draw 3 cards, which actually I use that in a lot of my decks because of its ability to draw 3 cards, even if you don't really need to switch. Plus, it helps get Pokemon into position where you might need them. Keen-Eye, 2 Colorless Energy. Search your deck for up to 2 cards to put them in your hand, then shuffle your deck. Basic Purloin, HP 70 Dark. Dig Claws, 1 Dark Energy, 10. Fake Out, 2 Colorless Energy, 20. Your opponent's if heads, your opponent's opponent is now paralyzed, which means during their next turn they cannot do anything unless they are healed. Basic Marnie, HP 70 Water. Regeneration, 1 Colorless Energy. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Poison Tentacles, 1 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Your opponent's opponent is now poisoned. Basic Carablast, HP 60 Grass. Continuous Headbutt, 1 Colorless Energy, 20 times. Flip a coin to get tails that does 20 damage for each head, so it will do damage in. It could do either 0 damage or it could do God knows how many heads you can get in before you get a tails. A reverse offer for the bag is basic Galarian Darumaka, HP 70 Water. Tackle, 1 Colorless Energy, 10. Headbutt, 1 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Ooh, there's another ultra rare there. That is basic Suicune, HP 120 Water. Wave Splash, 1 Water Energy, 20. A Rule Loop, 2 Water Energy, 1 Colorless Energy. Put 2 Water Pokemon attached to this Pokemon into your hand, and it does 130 damage, meaning it's not that great of a card, to be honest with you. Basic Psychic Energy. Basic Relicanth, HP 90 Water. Fossil Search, 1 Colorless Energy. Search your deck for 2 rare fossil cards to put them on your bench, then shuffle your deck. Surf, 1 Colorless Energy, 1 Water Energy, 40. Basic Solrock, HP 90 Fighting. Ability, Retenant Shade. If you look on in play, your opponent's Pokemon in play has no resistance. Rock Throw, 1 Fire Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 30. And we end with the actual card I was talking about earlier that works with that Starly. Trainer Supporter Birdkeeper. Switch your opponent's Pokemon, your active Pokemon, to your bench Pokemon if you do draw 3 cards. So once again, the best card we got out of that was the ultra rare Suicune, followed by the Darumaka. So there's another look at the Suicune. Then we're going to move on to our second Chilling Reign and the third pack out of 4. This might take me a minute to get back into because, like I said, it ripped the pack. It ripped it kind of like short ways, which is kind of weird. Like down the, you know what I mean, like down the center of the pack right there. But anyway. Next up is the other Chilling Reign. This one has the Galarian Zapdos on it. There's the code. Oops. We start with the basic Porygon, HP 60, Carless. Sharpen, 1 Carless Energy, 20. Basic Swirlix, HP 60, Psychic. Draining Kiss, 2 Carless Energy, 20. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. Basic Sneasel, HP 70, Water. Cut Down, 1 Carless Energy. Flip a coin if heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That one's not focusing very well for some reason. It's got to be the, yeah. There we go. Basic Snover, HP 80, Grass. Whap Down, 1 Grass Energy, 2 Carless Energy, 60. Basic Blitzel, HP 60, Electric, Rapid Strike. Thunder Spear, 1 Electric Energy. Attack does 10 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Don't apply weakness and resistance for bench Pokemon. Reverse half of the pack is Basic Ledaba, HP 60, Grass. Collect, 1 Carless Energy, draw a card. Punch, 2 Carless Energy, 20. Oh my god, are you kidding me? So, when I was actually doing the Calyrex V card too, I pulled this exact same card from the packs. I think it was Chilling Reign as well. But we have this yet again, Basic Volcanion V, HP 220, Fire, Single Strike. Heat Blast, 1 Fire Energy, 1 Carless Energy, 50. Dynamite Tackle, 2 Fire Energy, 1 Carless Energy, 100 plus. The one has 10 or more damage cards on it, or 100 damage total, or more than 100 damage, attack does 120 more damage for a total of 220. Which for a fire deck actually isn't that bad as long as you can bait people into doing it. Basic Psychic Energy. Stage 2 Kakuna, HP 80, Grass, Single Strike. Stiffen. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 40 less damage for attacks after applying weakness and resistance. Trainer Stadium, Path to the Peak. Pokemon with a rule box in play, both yours and your opponents have no abilities. Pokemon V, Pokemon GX, etc. have rule boxes. Stage 2 Hatterene, HP 80, Psychic. Spiral Drain, 1 Psychic Energy, 30. Heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. So ironically, like I said before, I actually pulled the Volcanion V yet again, like I did last time. So that's kind of like a deja vu moment there. I pulled it from the other Calyrex box. So we're going to put that in a sleeve yet again. So now I have like 3 or 4 of those now. Not worth a lot. I know that they're like worth $1.50 or something like that. So I'm not even about to looking that one up. But put that in its sleeve and take one more look at Volcanion. Before I put it back into its pack. Or put it back where it's supposed to be, I should say. We're going to put the other cards back into the pack. And we're going to work on our final pack. Which is the Sword and Shield Rebel Clash with the Rillaboom on it. There's the code. We start with the basic Bronzor, HP 60 Steel. Ram, 1 Steel Energy, 10. Speed Dive, 1 Steel Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Basic Toxel, HP 70 Electric. Tight Jaw, 1 Electric Energy, 10. Flip coin affects your opponent is now paralyzed. Basic Blitlick, HP 60 Fire. Scorch, 1 Fire Energy. Your opponent's is now burned. Burning means that in between turns you take 20 damage, but if you flip a coin and you get heads, it removes the burn. Basic Lotad, HP 60 Grass. Hang on. Sometimes wiping the cards sometimes helps with my focus. Mini Drain, 1 Colorless Energy, 10. Heal 10 damage from this Pokemon. Ram, 1 Grass Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 20. Basic Clefairy, HP 60 Psychic. Shining Fingers, 1 Colorless Energy. Your opponent is now asleep. Actually, that's a very overpowered thing for 1 energy. Magical Shot, 1 Psychic Energy, 10. Stage 2 Galarian Corsola. Reverse Hollow, HP 100 Psychic, ability, Perish Body. Pokemon is in the active spot is knocked out from damage from your opponent's attack. Flip coin if heads, the attack Pokemon is knocked out, which means that's actually a very powerful ability. Corner, 1 Psychic Energy, 1 Colorless Energy, 60. During that turn, the fighting Pokemon cannot retreat. We have Stage 2 Galarian Runerigus, HP 100 Fighting, Spreading Spite, 2 Colorless Energy. For each damage counter on Galarian Runerigus, put 2 damage counters to your opponent's add the Pokemon any way, opponent's Pokemon any way you like. So it can do 90, so that means you can put, let's see, 9 times 2 is 18 points of damage, which is 180 points of damage. If you know how to use it right, that can be very powerful. Mad Hammer. Oh, you can't use Mad Hammer to actually put damage counters on itself, but Mad Hammer. 1 Fighting Energy, 2 Colorless Energy, 120. This Pokemon also does 30 damage to itself, which means Spreading Spite would you be able to put 6 more counters on the opponent's Pokemon. Basic Fighting Energy. Trainer Item Nugget. If you play this card, only if you drew it from your deck at the beginning of the game, before you put it into your hand, draw 3 cards. Stage 2 Tranquil, HP 80, Colorless. Razor Wing, 2 Colorless Energy, 40. Gust, 3 Colorless Energy, 60. And we end with actually a kind of an interesting energy card. Energy, Horror Energy, Special Energy. This Pokemon is attached to a Psychic Pokemon and provides Psychic Energy. If the Psychic Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot and is damaged by an opponent's attack, even if the Pokemon is knocked out, put 2 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon, which is actually 20 damage. Okay, so nothing particularly crazy about that pack. I will say, though, that the Galarian Corsola and the Runerigus are actually pretty powerful cards. But anyway, there is the Galarian Corsola one last time. And I'll put that back in its pack. So, just like last time, I think the only card we really got was the Volcarona, which is rather interesting, but not, like, crazy. But I guess it is kind of crazy that both boxes had the exact same card in them. It's really weird. So, it's kind of like an instant replay. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video. Thank everyone for watching. This is the Pokemon Fan 1993 signing off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.